Can you guys hear when I do that scream, by the way? Or am I delusional in thinking that that's adding an effect? Does it feel good? It feels good for me. I like the scream. I like letting it out. How's it going? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels, and today is Wednesday, December 13th. Happy Hanukkah to all of you that do that. Christmas is coming. We're less than 2 weeks away. Are your kids excited? Do you have any kids? Are you excited? Are you excited? You want some ham? Is it ham that you're going to eat? Turkey? What's going on? Do you have honey baked ham where you live? Is that part of your thing like it is part of my thing? As you get older, it is different things that excite you about Christmas. Like Christmas Eve with my family is a big crab feast, which I'm mildly allergic to, but on Christmas Eve, I don't give a shit. And then Christmas, it's of course, a pretty elaborate Christmas morning. The family keeps on getting bigger and bigger. My parents are still around. Thank you. And we have a good time. I'm excited to go there. And and then in the evening, it's a honey baked ham and a turkey and a bunch of sides. It's going to be a good time. But we're not there yet. What's going on? We got the Fed today. Jerry P's coming out. He's going to tell us what's up. He's going to say we're not moving interest rates, and then he's going to hint towards something in the second part where he actually talks, and the market will move, I guess. We had Jamie Dimon, the bankers, man. The bankers are out. They're out. They smell blood. I don't know. Do they smell blood? They smell something. Somebody farted, and the bankers smell it because they're worried. Lizzie's all in a tiff. She's all upset. Jamie's saying that he would get rid of it if he were the government. Meanwhile, he's hiring at JP Morgan Chase in their crypto division. Now, some of you are going to be like, well, it's just like the gold ETF. They did the same exact thing. And I think it's probably that. But I don't think that's intended for us, for my viewers, for the people on crypto Twitter. They know Jamie knows he's not talking you out of anything, but he may be trying to tamp down other people entering in before the big news and the parabolic rise where they're going to feel priced out. Right now, they might feel priced in, but after the spot ETFs and it maybe goes up to 75, they'll feel too late. People will feel sidelined and they won't enter. But right now, if they're feeling good, if they're feeling excited, if your buddies are calling you about this, that, they're so, hey, man, should I do this? They don't want that because that might be a little early. And if we know anything about the bankers, they don't want retail early. What's going on in the chat? Anybody here? How are you guys doing? Scream wasn't there. Okay, you guys don't hear it. Because I've heard you guys say that you can hear me when I'm prepping with the other screen in the front. So that's too bad. Okay. Sitting in legendary Bronx traffic, ready for a great show. Anthony Pagano, how could I have not known that you were in the Bronx? That's awesome, man. I miss New York. I lived in New York for 10 years, and those were some fun times. Oh, man. Those were fun times. A good place. All right, sitting at home about to order some Chinese food, ready to prompt Coop to share his screen. Yeah, yell at me, guys. Yell at me. Poor Crypto for Change used to text me, and I don't, I'm obviously not looking at my phone right now. Today, guys, I got actual things queued up. Today's not going to just be, it's going to be exactly what it always is, but I actually have some stuff queued up to talk about, so I don't want to mess around too much. But here we go. He's about to order some Chinese food, so it's lunchtime for El Crypto. There you go. Daisy's about to pop some leftovers into the microwave. There we go. What are the leftovers, Daisy? When he looks at prices, I'll remind him to grab a bag of Rune and cacao. Cacao. Rune, man. I'm into it. I want it for some reason. But it's just, it's a little high right now, isn't it? I'm always going to look at things and think they're high. I'm always going to feel late because I am late. If I buy Rune right now, I'm a little late. It's down a bit. What did it get up to? Almost 7? I just got to figure out what I'm doing there and a little more about the tokenomics. From what I hear, it's pretty solid and well thought out. So I'm kind of into it. And there's a lot you can do. Scream wasn't there. All right. I always expect it though. Like Pavlov's theory. I like that you guys have been around so long that the scream still is like in your head. And oh, there he is. Crypto for change. You're in the building. This is the way. All right. Hell yeah. Good morning, Django. Django's a hero. He's a hero in the Cooper household. Crypto for change. Good morning. Good morning. Playing some Pokemon Heart Gold, waiting on J-Pow to pump my bags. Is he going to pump them today? I wonder if he's going to pump them today. I hope not. I don't want him to pump them today. I want to buy some more. I want to do some shopping. And then I want to think, then I need to do real shopping. You know what I mean? Like I got to buy shit for people. It's hard when you got a bunch of kids. You only care about the kids. You know what I mean? You want to make sure they have a happy Christmas. It's like, you know, no matter what I buy my wife, she's not going to be happy, guys. Like, let's be honest. Do you guys have good happy relationships? Anyways, so I know we're actually doing better. I shouldn't talk like that. She might watch. What if she watched this show? That would be terrible. I wouldn't be able to do the show anymore. She'd be like, okay, why are you doing this, bro? She doesn't call me bro. All right, I'm a bit disappointed with this pre-planned coup. Yeah, crypto's like, wait a second, bro. You got things queued up? No way. All right, probably going to dump them, then pamp them. That's usually what happens, right? Or we'll pamp and then we'll dump. All right. Well, the games are going to begin. I don't really know. We'll look at some of the mainstream media to see what they're expecting. If they're expecting anything, we'll get it done. Let's do it now. Let's do it now, guys. All right. So thanks for showing up, folks. Thanks for showing up and dealing with my crap. One of those two scenarios. Yeah, one of those two. That's for damn sure. All right. So let's share my screen, and we'll start at CNBC, where Crypto for Change gets all his news. Here we go. All right, cool. Here we go. Let's go to CNBC. Refresh just in case. All right, stocks are a little changed Wednesday as traders await Fed decision. So we're definitely sideways right now. The Dow, yeah, sideways. Don't even need to read it. Look at that. It's within the margin of error. All right, well, Etsy stock falls after I was looking at, you read, you hear these conspiracy theories for so damn long about the little hidden shack with the little pizza place, Hillary Clinton, and the pedophiles, right? And you think, well, that can't be real. And then you look at Etsy and all these $5,000 pizzas, and you wonder, oh, what's going on, dude? So pizza is code for pedophiles. Etsy, you gotta close that stuff up. All right, moving on. All right, what is the Fed expected to do on Wednesday? What is likely to occur when the Fed session wraps up Wednesday is a policy turn away from aggressive rate hikes and towards plans for what happens next. The Fed will update its projections on economic growth, inflation, and unemployment. And Jay Powell will also deliver his usual post-meeting news conference. Traders in the Fed funds future space are pricing rate decreases to start in May and continue through the year. Strategists and economists on Wall Street see a more cautious approach. If I were betting on today, I would say that Jay Powell's going to push back a little bit on this early of rate decreasing. I think he's going to push back a little bit and try to tamper expectations of them decreasing the interest rates so early as in May. So I sound like that. That I saw it on Twitter. Everything I see, you guys, they're brainwashing me. X is brainwashing me because it's bringing back like that stupid. Who was that beauty queen from like 10 years ago? And she was like, "Oh, I like us, the peoples and the freedoms and the horses." Oh, she just made no sense. Poor thing. I feel like I'm talking like that right now. All right. The Federal Reserve's meeting is likely to mark a substantial turning point for policymakers who have spent the past 2 years battling runaway inflation. That there's virtually no chance central bank policymakers will vote to raise rates is besides the point. What is likely to occur when the FOMC session wraps up Wednesday is a policy turn away from aggressive rate hikes and towards plans for what happens next. This would be the third straight meeting where the Fed remained on hold, and in our view means that the Fed likely sees itself as done with the hiking cycle. All right, so this is what we're looking out for, I believe. No expert, but you're here for a reason. You're here to probably find out what I think about things. on some level and hopefully be entertained with my my interesting turns of phrases. Okay. This would be the third straight meeting where the Fed remained on hold, and in our view means that the Fed likely sees itself as done with the hiking cycle. Okay, so that's the expectation. So people are expecting, okay, J Powell is going to come out there and be like, Jerry's in the building. Look, folks, we're done. We're done with the hikes, we think. And I think we're going to be able to ride this hold. We're going to hold for a second. We're holding right now, but looking into 2024, we should be feeling pretty good. The numbers are coming in nice. Let's bring it in, folks. That's what maybe will pump the market, or it's going to be like, look, I think market participants are being too aggressive in their thoughts about rate decreases, and rate hikes may still be necessary. I think he just said that a couple of weeks ago, by the way. So I wouldn't count on that too much. I don't know what they're going to do. What's the point? While acknowledging that the future accelerations in inflation could force the Fed to raise rates further, we think that a cooling economy is more likely, and that the narrative should shift in the direction of cuts, though likely expressed in a subtle way, would represent a major pivot for the Fed after 11 interest rate hikes. So there you go. Any insinuation from Jerome Powell that they could cut rates in 2024, certainly in the first quarter of 2024, is going to pump this market. If he's just like, look, we're being cautious, but you never know what could happen in Q1. Maybe if it continues to cool down, maybe not, folks. If he says something like that, I should be the Fed chair. Don't you guys think? I'd be like, what's up, folks? I don't know, man. What do you expect from me? I'm just a dude in a suit trying to figure this out. Pfizer, like, seriously dumped. It's like $20, $24. All right. Along with the announcement on rates, the central bank also will update its projections on economic growth, inflation, and unemployment. Jay Powell also deliver his usual post-meeting news conference where he either could discuss a strategy to ease policy now that inflation is decelerating, or continue to talk tough, an outcome that could rattle markets. All right. We don't need to read much more. Is he going to lay out a plan to bring interest rates down on some level, even in a subtle way, or is he going to talk tough? Which I feel like just like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I heard him talking a bit tough and saying that, but maybe time was just, standing still in some way. But I feel like just recently he was saying that rate hikes they're still on the table. And we need to get inflation down to 2%. We'll see. We'll see, folks. Higher prices are here to stay, though. Don't think that whatever you used to get your things at, they're now maybe going to come down a little bit, other than things like, San Francisco real estate. That's going down. If you bought San Francisco city real estate in the last, like 5 years ago, especially if you overpaid for like a condo or something, you actually lost money in real estate. Congratulations. That's hard to do. Okay. Hunter Biden defies subpoena, defends business record. Pfizer. Okay. 20 was a bit intense. 26, but that's, down 8%. 26 is pretty low for that evil company. Are they evil? I think they are evil. On some level. Tesla is down to 231. Regulators recalled 2 million cars for Tesla. That's why they're down, I imagine. All right. Yeah, we're going to talk LimeWire today. We'll talk a little DWF. We'll talk, what else are we going to talk about? I saw something silly that I want to talk about. We got to talk about this Dow Wakanda thing and the buildable thing on Algorand. Can't have nice things, folks. Can't have nice things. All right, let's go to Bloomberg real quick, even though I still have not subscribed. But I like talking about it. I like the headlines. It's a nice website. What am I talking about? All right, the Fed isn't ready to speculate on rate cuts yet. Wall Street braces for big test of dovish Fed bets. Yellen expects inflation to fall in the range of 2% by the end of 2024. Whatever the Fed does next, higher interest rates have changed the world. So Bloomberg short the market. CNBC tends to try to push a little bit of hopium. Bloomberg tries to be, I think, a little more real in their expectations. I have to say, out of all of them, I do probably, all the financial news, I think I prefer Bloomberg. Citibank is trying to get people to leave. Oh, there was something about the BlackRock. Where's that? We should look at that. Maybe it's still on the crypto sites, but BlackRock met with the SEC, and now they're going to be able to, like, institutions are going to be able to buy into that spot Bitcoin ETF with cash, so they can wait. What? Like, get exposure with cash. I just feel I don't really understand it. Maybe we should read about it. But it just seemed like a way to potentially manipulate the market. But it has something to do with the fact that they're not illegally allowed to hold Bitcoin still on their balance sheet. So if there's a cash component to the ETF, then they are able to. I don't know. I'm not a pro Bitcoin spot ETF. I mean, sure, it's going to be great for the bags and its institutional adoption, but I will not be recommending. I don't recommend it anyways. But if people ask me, hey, should I buy the BlackRock spot ETF? My answer will be like, I wouldn't, but you could. Why don't you just figure out how to self-custody? All right. Musk's X 2023 ad sales projected to slump to about 2.5 billion. SBF's lawyer says his client was the worst ever under cross-examination. Vanguard is closer than ever to ending BlackRock's ETF reign. That's interesting because Vanguard is one of the major ETF guys that are not getting into the Bitcoin spot ETF business. So that's interesting. We can't read about it, but I probably will read about that at some point because I'm curious about that. All right, let's move on. All right, so we got CoinDesk real quick. Bitcoin's up a bit. It got down to the 40s, like the 40,000s, and it's back up over 42 right now. Why 2023 is like 2020 and Bitcoin is set to head towards 50,000. Let's just read about it. Let's give it to me. Pump it into my veins, baby. Bitcoin has recently achieved new highs in 2023, but there's a question lingering. Is the market overextended? And have we reached the pinnacle of enthusiasm? We can gain insight into these inquiries by examining the positioning of crypto options market. The most apt comparison to Q4 2023 is the rally we saw in Q4 2020. You remember that? I do. I was sidelined in a lot of ways. In fact, by superimposing BTC returns for both years, we can discern a strikingly similar narrative unfolding. At present, the implied volatility of options, which represent an investor's bet on BTC's future realized volatility, is hovering near its 2023 peak, primarily driven by the buying of call options. This could indicate the market is already factoring in the explosive upside potential we're all hoping for. Nevertheless, when we look back at the implied volatility of BTC over the last 4 years, it remains relatively subdued, implying that BTC hasn't yet demonstrated the explosive rally it is historically capable of. When BTC surged in Q4, the accompanying option volatility peaked at around 150%, whereas today it stands at approximately 50%. All right, so that's all we needed to read about that. So right there, before that explosive rally in 2020, I guess. Options were at about 150%, and now they're only at 50. So there's we got 3x still to go. Coinbase launches spot trading of Bitcoin and Ether outside of the U.S. FASB confirms fair value approach for corporate crypto holdings. I think that comes into effect at the end of 2024, which is going to allow. Just remind me what this. I'm going to stumble through explaining that. All right, the FASB, a U.S. entity that details how companies should report assets on their balance sheet, published the standards update on Wednesday that will let corporations recognize fair value changes in crypto holdings. The move will benefit companies with crypto on their balance sheets like MicroStrategy. Under the existing rulebook, companies have to report a loss if the crypto they hold is worth less than the purchase price, even if they haven't sold the assets. Under the new rules, companies will have to report the fair value, cost basis, and types of assets they're holding. Stakeholders providing feedback to FASB said the existing guidance did not provide useful information for investors or other parties, accounting for only the decreases but not the increases in the value of crypto assets in the financial statements until they are sold does not provide relevant information that reflects A, the underlying economics of those assets, and two, an entity's financial position. All right, what is okay, this is what we want. What does Michael Saylor say about this? Previously tweeted that the move would make it easier for corporations to adopt Bitcoin as a treasury asset, an argument he repeated Wednesday morning after the FASB guidance was released. FASB has officially adopted fair value accounting for Bitcoin for fiscal years beginning after December 15th, 2024. This upgrade to accounting standards will facilitate the adoption of BTC as a treasury reserve asset by corporations worldwide. Booyah. Kasha. So there you go. You got it, folks. That's for you. I did that for you. All right. Argentina's Milei so far shunning Bitcoin. Cantor Fitzgerald CEO Howard Lutnick is a Bitcoin maxi and a Tether fan. Cantor Fitzgerald is a custodian of the U.S. Treasuries that Tether holds to back its USDT stablecoin. Shopify, Minecraft, and Reddit will begin using World ID to identify certain kinds of users. Oh boy. All right, let's just go real quick to the block. There's a whole article on DWF Labs. Eric Ragg from the Algorand Foundation is quoted in it. We'll look at it. I had that queued up. That was one of the things I have queued up. It's still the lead article on the block. Blockchain.com is increasing their headcount by 25%. They're hiring. All right. Should we look at DWF Labs right now before we look at prices? Let's do it. We're here. Oh, I'm not sharing. Fuck me. Sorry, guys. DWF Labs came into the limelight earlier this year as controversy arose around the promotion of its partnerships with crypto projects. Here is a look at how DWF Labs structures its OTC trades, VC deals, and market-making services. Company seemingly splashing cash everywhere. They put $20 million in an investment deal with Synthetics, $28 million for a blockchain platform, Conflux, $40 million for AI platform, Fetch, $45 million for EOS, and a further $50 million for the Algorand Foundation. So they put the most money into Algorand. You can build Uber on top of it. It now claims to have invested in 470 projects in total, according to Foresight News, and worked with around 35% of the top 1,000 tokens in its short 16-month history. Worked with around 35% of the top 1,000 tokens. That's crazy. For a young company to be throwing so much cash around, this raised questions as to how these deals were put together and whether everything was as it appeared. To understand more, the block spoke with 16 clients, prospective clients, and people with intimate knowledge of the company's operations. The block analyzed 10 proposals and contracts between DWF Labs, Yada, 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 yada. All right. DWF Labs declined to comment or be interviewed for this article. Talking about price action. Shortly after DWF Labs was launched in 2022, the trading firm created a pitch deck for prospective clients under a section called Price Management. The pitch deck stated that the trading firm can synchronize its efforts with the prospective client's marketing team to help the token's price respond to relevant events. That doesn't sound on the up and up. Later in the deck, it explained how this is done. Before or during important scheduled news events, the algorithms can be skewed to prefer one side of the order book, and that is used to drive price upwards. As this is done on a passive order book level and not by actively creating artificial volume, the growth of the token's price looks authentic. That's nice. Note that although DWF can provide artificial volume, it is hardly necessary due to the competitive pricing. This type of language would continue for some time. For a while, DWF Labs' boilerplate language for its proposals to clients explained that the company would use its market-making services and its own funds to trade the client's token, bullish sentiment, organic trading activities, and price improvements. This was also conveyed in verbal conversations. Okay, so they would basically organically manipulate the price up. DWF focuses on three types of deals: liquid token investments, locked token investments, and market making arrangements. And it will often package these things together. I think that Algorand got a package. The purchases take place in daily tranches of around 100,000 to 150,000 over a month or a few months, with the purchases made at the token's price at the start of each day. Yeah, definitely did that. This means that project founders were able to effectively cash out through DWF Labs at a slight premium while touting that the project was receiving a large investment. Definitely did that. The OTC desk became a godsend to many smaller projects because they could get rid of their tokens. Oh, sweet uncle Algorand Foundation. Attach themselves to a bigger name, say they got investment, and extend their runway. In a previous interview with the blog, who asked to be referred to as a notorious AG for this article, cast doubt on this idea, saying that the trading firm moving funds to crypto exchanges, okay, they're talking about moving funds to exchanges, doesn't mean that they're going to sell. We transfer coins to exchanges, but we never dump it. And it would say that most of the transactions we did last month, or even more, we haven't sold them yet. Maybe a small part, he said during an interview in April. An issue that had caused controversy was that DWF Labs token purchases were often announced in advance, even though they may not get completed later on. In response to this backlash, the company has reportedly altered its strategy. Market making, where we got old Raggy. Where you at, Raggy? All of these deals took place. As all of these deals took place, DWF Labs kept ramping up its operations and expanding its reach across the industry. It has also doubled down on some of its partnerships, such as running validator nodes on the Ton blockchain. And writing comments to the block, some of its industry partners said they were pleased with the outcome. The Algorand Foundation said its 50 million transaction was an OTC trade that involved DWF Labs purchasing tranches of the ALGO token over time and was completed in July. At no stage during our negotiations with DWF was there a suggestion of them moving the market or providing artificial volume. Our strategic partnership with DWF has been exceptionally productive, resulting in a significant expansion of our ecosystem through cross-collaboration and financial investments. We eagerly anticipate the continued success and growth in 2024. So everyone was happy with DWF. There you go. A competitor, and I think a bitter competitor of DWF is Wintermute, and he used to be on the block's board, and still remains a minority shareholder in the block. So, if you consider this a hit piece, which it didn't really feel like a hit piece, it might be because they're biased. All right. Let's check prices, and then we'll look at a couple other things, and we'll say goodbye. Bonk. Bonk is down. But how up was Bonk? Any of you guys Bonk holders? I don't want bonk. I don't care. You guys can get rich. I'm bonk. I'm not buying it. The fear and greed is down 73, down from an 81. Bitcoin is up again above 42, down 4% over the last week, but up almost 3% over the last 24 hours. BTC is feeling itself. Ethereum down 2.5% over the last week. XRP sideways, slightly down over the last week. Solana still under 70, up about 7%. Cardano over 60 cents. That would have been a good buy at 25 cents. If you came to my show every single day, we saw Cardano at 25 cents for a long time. It's up 38% over the last 7 days. AVAX still up 40% over the last 7 days, even up 5% over the last day. Polkadot up almost 15%, over $7. Love to see it. Litecoin has been just living at 72. Cosmos over 11. Oh, how was the volume? Volume's down. Volume certainly down. It's up down to 22 billion for Bitcoin. Solana's got 2 billion, so that's doing pretty well. Chainlink down 8% over the last week. Hedera up. VeChain keeps on pumping. Look at that. Green across the board over 3 cents. Number 35. Thorchain's up. Barely. It's up down 13% over the last week, but it is up 1% in the last hour. So it's moved up a little bit. FTT is back over $5, but down 5% over the last hour. Algorand still under 20%, 20 cents, but still up 25% over the last 7 days, down 2% over the last day, but up in the last hour. So Andre's doing his job over here. And number 45, nice to see Algorand back in the top 50 consistently. Stacks a little bit under $1, down 10%. Quant at $1.10. Ordi's down 25%, but you can, all of these things have those types of ups and downs. The meme coins get bought and sold, pumped and dumped. Bonk is up 27% over the last 7 days. I mean, that's insane. And it's got over a $600 million market cap. Whatever. Pepe it's got a little less Pepe in his Stepe. All right. Osmosis is at number 100. There we go. How are you doing, gold? Gold is under 2,000 still. Silver is under 23 still. Yep. 2260. So putting silver down 5% over the last year. Not a great return on your silver. Vestige. Vestige is up. They just announced an investment from Algorand Ventures, and they're also calling out some of the shenanigans from whatever that buildable thing was. Hearing that Tame Quest is pretty fun. Don't know anything about it. You guys can tell me in the chat. Opal is up. It's up over 15. It's up over 15. Yep, up 3% over the last hour. A lot of volume. Gora's pushing down a bit. It's down 10% in the last 24 hours. But still above the quarter where it was living for a long time and sitting at 27. with a healthy market cap. KubeCoin is just under 3 cents, so it's staying strong, folks. Actually has, look at that, has GORA in its sights for the stable TVL. And Akita moving up the board with the 141,000 TVL. So it's all fun and games. Bank is pumping. What's going on with Bank? You guys are just pumping it for fun? It's just, there's a lot of, there's still a bunch of TVL in that. Not a bunch, but what is it? Oh, TVL 6,000. Yeah, not worth my time. All right, let's check on the folks. So yeah, it looks like Algorand 19.4. It's strong. We'll see what happens. What's going on with Polka Gold? Still have like $80,000 worth of TVL. That has not been performing very well lately. Sorry. All right, how you guys doing? You guys in there? All right, let's get rid of this screen. I have a couple things to talk about still, but okay. Dave the Rave is in the building. Probably gonna dump him, then pamp him. One of those two scenarios. You can get render. You got any render coop? I don't. So some more hikes incoming. Good evening, folks. What's up, Stefan? Render will shine the most in the coming alt season. Moving to Sol and having a burn being introduced with the new tokenomics will be a spicy run when it comes. Someone should ask him how he feels being the Fed for Argentina too. Yeah, JPal, what do you think? Got my 5th Pfizer booster and I feel great. My left leg went numb last week and my face is drooping to the right, but still feel great. Not going to get that COVID. The Fed is ready. It's all a game. Coop needs a second monitor so he can be distracted by my commentary to everything he says. Maybe you should just come on the show one of these days. You want to come? Want to come on? You want to come on tomorrow? Crypto for Change? You want to come on the show tomorrow? You're invited. JP is about to pump Bitcoin to 50,000. I can feel it on my shoes. My next gens. Whatever happened to next gens? Nobody cares anymore, do they? Nobody cares. They're just like, all right, I burned another $500. That's the thing about us crypto people. You burn $500. Oh, whatever. We've all, anybody that has been actively investing since the free money event of 2020, and after that, the ramification of zero interest rates and making it rain and creating an unsustainable debt where 40% of our income taxes just go to the interest on that debt. The big old money event of 2020 that pumped everything crazy. Anybody that got excited and thought that would continue watches money burn like it is a campfire. No worries at all. Money doesn't mean cash is trash, folks. I'm Nikes. I'm never buying only Nikes, I think. I like Nikes. And Saucony for my running. I like Sauconys for my running. El Crypto, if I just get my shoes out of this bull run, I'd probably take it. That's how it feels hodling algo. Yes, sir. Evening late, but here. What's up, Albert? Thanks for showing up. I think, you know who I don't see, who I have been seeing a lot of lately, and maybe I pissed him off yesterday, was No Face. No Face isn't in here. He's been yelling at me in the chat a lot lately. And yesterday, I offended him when I said that I thought that my kid would do well in basketball in 9U in Asia. Was that offensive? Maybe that was offensive. If I just get my shoes out of this, okay, we already read that. Part why we coop. There you go. What's up, GG? How high will Opal go with the new layer 2 announcement tomorrow? It's a good question. How high will Opal go? Remember when I was telling you guys that it was the obvious trade? at 9 cents last week, where it was obvious to buy Opal. I dream of a day where Coop is the Alex Becker of Algorand, where he references any ASA and in 24 hours it pamps like a motherfucker. Anyone else have that same prayer? I'd be like, Gora's Goratastic. And then all of a sudden it's 75 cents. Vote coin, vote for it. Up 10x. Have you got a chance to check out Cosmic Champs yet? I've checked out a little bit. I need to check it out more. I thought it disappeared, but it's back, huh? We got Cosmic Champs in the building. Amazing. Let's learn it. Bernie Algopoulos. Burn, baby, burn. Crypto folk realize money is for wimps. $500 on pretend shoes matter not. Are they going to give us the damn shoes? What a rug. Every time I think about it, I get pissed. Because I tuned in to the big event where Little Turk was on an airplane and wouldn't chime in. But Jess was there being like, over at Nike, when we did the shoes at Nike, did I mention that I was the chief marketing officer at Nike? When I was over there with the shoes, Nike and Jordan, Jordan will walk in. I'd be like, what's up, MJ? Yeah, Scottie Pippen came through a couple times. Did Scottie Pippen even have Nikes? Why am I bringing up Scottie Pippen? John Morant would be in there, friggin' packing heat. All of the people would just come in as I was at Nike. So I've got all the credibility with these damn shoes. Meanwhile, they put a stupid name on some Skechers and sold them to us idiots for $500. Where are my shoes? It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Come on, men. Men, I know you can do it. Bring us the shoes, men. All right. You guys like it when I yell at men? Do you even know who Min is? I have a feeling that she could help the shoes. I have a feeling. All right, here's a fun thing. Did you guys see that this NYU dropout is trying to build a new city that Peter Thiel invested in? I didn't even read the article, but I saw it in one of the chats and I queued it up. So let's share our screen. We'll go here. No, you're not allowed to do any of that. No. The Daily Mail. NYU dropout raises $19 million to build new futuristic Mediterranean city called Praxis, based on traditional Western beauty standards, with 3 persona groups: muscular warriors, very thin priests, and portly merchants. This is amazing. Praxis has raised $19 million in funding from several big tech bankers, including the fund which had a $125 million stake in FTX. But the company's light on details, with no fixed site for its first city and uncertain membership numbers. Its founder, Dryden Brown, has been accused of being part of a creepy internet subculture. Oh, really? You think the guy that's trying to create a city with muscular warriors, very thin priests, and portly merchants? What do the women look like in this city, by the way? Are there any men? Or is it just muscular warriors and thin priests? Dryden Brown has raised $19 million to build a new Mediterranean city for the future, for people who want to build technology companies. Brown is yet to secure a location for his company's flagship city. I mean, we literally are moving into a world where people think that the world is a video game. But it promises it will have thousands of acres of Mediterranean canvas and be a special economic zone. Interested parties can apply for a steel visa, which would allow them to become a resident if the city is built. But the Praxis website warns they may then be asked to make a $5,000 deposit to move forward. Brown claimed there are 12,000 people already interested in moving to the unbuilt city. This man, by the way, is the guy that wants to build a city where it emphasizes muscular warriors. The Times claims that beneath the shiny exterior, Praxis is part of a creepy internet subculture and a fascist breeding ground within the American right. Uh-oh. An internal Praxis, I haven't read this article, folks. An internal Praxis memo seen by the Times reportedly extols traditional European Western beauty standards on which the civilized world at its best points has always found success. Former Praxis employees told The Times Brown had discussed wanting to attract tech talent to his city by introducing founders to hot girls. Brown was homeschooled in Santa Barbara, so he could surf, and then was rejected by Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, and Cambridge. He said being homeschooled gave him the time to spend a lot of time learning about charter cities and jerking off to hot girls. Charter cities are a kind of decentralized economic zone where a less wealthy country leases a piece of land to a third party to govern. Brown eventually went to NYU but dropped out because he could not find any hot girls before getting a job at a hedge fund. According to the Times, he was fired from the hedge fund and started his plans to build a city so he can find hot girls. He said, COVID hit, and I was sort of forced to confront the question of how do I work on building a new city when I'm all alone jerking off to hot girls and I'm stuck in this tiny apartment in New York. He began building Praxis with the idea that he might be able to someday bang hot girls because he ran the city. They made slick renders of what the futuristic city would look like with girls with big titties and a Mediterranean vista with a town nestled in between two hills like two booty cheeks where he could grab them because he was in charge of the city. Soaring spires and modern glass domes littering wide streets. Praxis says the town will enter around a walkable urban maze woven together at the heart of the city, encouraging chance encounters with hot girls and the delight of uncharted discovery. Then there will be a waterfront with a public square and a bunch of girls in bikinis and an inviting coast with elegant beaches, piers, boardwalks, and titties. Praxis hosted dinners, salons, and parties to bring together the group and try to create a community of hot girls. Brown claims it worked, saying there have been a few marriages come out of Praxis, which has been pretty cool. The day after one Praxis, okay, now I'm just, oh, there he is. There he is. Oh my God. 3 persona groups. They describe them as muscular, clean warriors to protect society from threat, very thin priests who define the values and beliefs of society, and portly merchants who include venture capitalists and cryptocurrency professionals. Oh my God. In 2021, Praxis went through the first two funding rounds, raising 4.2 million, including some of the Pronomus Capital, a Peter Thiel-backed city building fund. They received investment from Paradigm, best known for its $125 million stake in SBF's failed crypto exchange, FTX. This guy looks like SBF's little brother. Okay. Oh, that's fucking funny. All right, let's look at LimeWire real quick. New LimeWire AI-powered music platform uses Polygon and Algorand. Oh, look at you, LimeWire. Look at you. Company continues use of blockchain technology to make AI-generated user creations ownable and tradable. The LimeWire brand, once synonymous with file sharing in the early 2000s, folks, has morphed into an AI-powered content publishing platform. Under their ownership, LimeWire has harnessed blockchain technology to realize its updated vision. The company's new AI music studio lets users create tunes using generative AI tools and subsequently publishing them on the same platform. LimeWire makes such content ownable and tradable via blockchain tech, allowing creators to monetize it via an ad revenue share program. All content pieces created in the LimeWire AI music studio are minted either on Polygon or on Algorand. Creators can simply select which chain they or their communities prefer. Okay, well, that's a good way to bridge Polygon and Algorand. It just seems like everything that wants to go to Algorand just ends up at Polygon. At least they are saying, all right, Algorand, you can stay. I mean, if some of you weirdos want to do this on Algorand, you can. LimeWire's NFT marketplace went live in 2022 as public LMWR token sale closed in June. The company's decision to let creators choose which blockchain to mint content to is consistent with LimeWire's historical multi-chain approach. LimeWire said in June 2022 blog post that while the majority of its platform NFTs would be minted on Algorand, it would use the Ethereum blockchain for specific invite-only collections. LimeWire debuted its creator studio with image generation capabilities in August, noting it would mint content to the Polygon blockchain. It acquired image generation platform Blue Willow the following month. As music continues to evolve, so does our dedication to providing aspiring musicians with cutting-edge tools that empower and amplify their artistic expression. I don't know what this is going to look like. So people are going to make AI music, and LimeWire is going to be where they can sell it. So they're going to lower the bar for how hard it is to make music, and then you can play with it. But I guess people can get really good at get good at it. I don't know. Anyways, I got distracted. 13 years ago, I think today, yep, Bitcoin's pseudonymous creator signed off. Satoshi Nakamoto. God, I can't say anything today. Satoshi Nakamoto. I know how to say his name. I promise. Satoshi Nakamoto was last on the Bitcoin Talk forum on December 13th. All right. All right, guys. We did it. Galaxy, DWS, and Flow Traders I stablecoin launch on Ethereum Solana. Man, Solana has really separated itself ever since FTX started pumping Solana again. It's really kind of like captured a lot of people's attention. They're really, I just feel like it's been captured by the the U.S. government, and it's going to be the winner, and it's going to be spyware. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. I think we did it, folks. Anything else we need to talk about? We're not going to be here. I mean, at 11 o'clock, let's look at CNBC. We got to look at the stupid CNBC. Let's go real quick. Share this tab. Let's go back. I know I'm not sharing because I turned it off. Let's go over here. Let's just look at CNBC real quick. See what we got. Anything? I think the decision on rates happens at 11, which is obvious. It's not going to be a hike. They're not going to hike them. That would be crazy. All right, we got nothing. All right. Well, I'm not going to be able to watch Jerry today, which is sad. I like watching Jerry, especially since I just heard my wife and kid leave. I would have been left alone to watch Jerry. Okay, let's see what they got. Burn, baby, burn. Have you got a chance to check out Cosmic Champs? Not quite yet. No shoe for you. They need to call it Simp City. Okay, I'm crying. I thought he was ad-libbing the text. I was. Me too at first. Oh, I wasn't. In the beginning, I wasn't. And then I started, obviously. They keep the good NFTs on ETH for the large customer base for sure. How fucking bad is Ethereum? Oh, by the way, did anybody buy? Let's go real quick. FIFA Plus Collect. Anybody buy any of these things? Did you guys buy any of these? Let's go. FIFA Plus Collect. Oh, today's not the 15th. Never mind. Today's the 13th. Never mind. I thought that was today for some reason. How fucking bad is Ethereum last year? I have almost all of the Genesis ones. Yeah, no, but I think that they're dropping those 100 on Algorand, where you can win tickets to the finale on 2026, which would be cool. I would like to go to the World Cup finale in the United States in 2026. So if anybody has friends at FIFA, I'm happy to go. All right, everybody. Well, hey, look, we did it. We did it. Everybody tune in. How are prices? I can't quit you guys. I can't quit you. Bonk is down 14%. Bitcoin is still above 42. Everything is waiting for fucking stupid ass Jerry. All right, let's go back. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'll be back. Maybe Crypto for Change will reach out, want to come. Maybe he's busy. You know, I know he has kids and everything. Oh, no, wait. He has his own show. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. Don't they do their show on Thursday? Oh, man. Maybe Friday. All right, everybody. I'll see you. Fuck Ethereum. I know why Algorand is and will be the best. That's right, Stefan. Jim Coin. Fuck the world, Brando. Jim Coin. Shout out to Jim Coin. Pal talks soon. No? Yeah, he talks at 11, I believe. They'll give us the rate hike information, and then which will be no rate hike and no cut. And then we're going to be parsing his words. I feel like he's losing his power a little bit because people just don't believe him anymore. They're like, you're going to cut rates. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna. And everyone's like, no, you're gonna cut rates in the Q1. He goes, no, probably not. Maybe. Is that how Jerry talks? No, I'm not gonna cut rates. I mean, I might, but I won't. I'm not gonna do it. Maybe I will, but I don't know. Come on, that's how I would do it. I would just make it's already kind of a mockery. I would just go out there and be like, look, Janet said inflation's going to be at 2 by the end of next year. Are you going to cut rates Q1, Jerome Powell? I don't know. No, come on, bro. No way. Cut rates? Cut rates in Q1? Probably not. No, I won't do it. I wouldn't. No way. All right, everybody. I'm fucking losing my mind. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow at 12:30-ish p.m. Eastern, and we'll have some fun again. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.